So we finished taking our auto refraction on our first patient, and what you're going to do is just press print, and it's going to send it over to the VRx. Before we start the refraction, I'm just going to show you the layout of the controller here. Looking at the middle, this is really where you're going to be doing the refraction from here. Right binocular, left, sphere, cylinder, axis, add. These are the apertures for the right, the left eye. The red and green buttons are if you're doing split cylinder during cross-cell. This is the main knob that you're controlling the refraction from. Turning to the right, you'll get plus power, and turning to the left, you're going to get minus power. Moving over to the left of the controller, we have corrected vision, uncorrected vision, subjective, auto refraction, and lens meter. The in button is what we will press when we're bringing in information from our auto refractor, auto lensometer. And then the out is what we're going to press when we're sending all of our information out to the EMR. Over here is for PD adjustment, and then prism testing here for your forias and vergences, and binocular balance. When you press binocular balance, automatically 3 prism diopters of base down is going to go into your right eye, and 3 base up will go into the left eye. Over here on the right side is where we can actually control the optotype size as well as its orientation. So this is connected to my clear chart. If we press up, it's going to go up in opto size. Down, we could go to a full screen. We could also isolate as a single horizontal, a single vertical, single optotype. We also can do our red-green. First thing we're going to do is clear out the data from our last patient. So we're going to just press this yellow C button here. You're going to press that twice, and then all data is cleared from the last patient. We already took our auto refracting, we've already done auto refraction on our patient. So in order to bring that in, we're going to just press the in button, and our last patient that we saw will be the data that is at the very top. You can highlight and press OK, or highlight and press the blue button, and that will populate into the auto refractor here. I do not have an auto lensometer, so I will manually input that and show you how to put that in for the VRx. You would just press here to get your menu, press lens meter, and then her last set of glasses were -1s in both eyes. And then we'll lock it. And now we have that in the data field for lens meter. One thing I like about this machine is that all the right side or right eye is all on one side. So I can compare going across with the autorefractor lensometer and what my subjective is going to be, basically to, to compare and be able to decide what my final prescription is. Now that all of our information's in, I usually do start with my last set of lens meter data. So if I press LM, it will automatically populate into my autophoropter. And once I start changing any values, this will automatically turn to subjective. So we're going to start the refraction. So first thing we'll do is actually adjust the PD. As you can see, the patient's eye is backlit so that I could actually see it with crosshairs. And I move the blue knob to the left and to the right, basically to line up the patient's eyes. And once I find the appropriate PD, you just press PD again, and that will come out and automatically occlude the left eye to start the refraction. So starting our refraction, we're going to start our sphere adjustment first. And what we will do is turn the knob either to the right, again showing that it will add plus, to the left will add more minus. And is that sharper with 1? With 2, or about the same? 2. Sharper 3, or 4. 4. Next will be our cross cylinder. So you would press over here for cross cyl. You do have 3 choices. Your manual, just like under your manual phoropter. Smart cylinder, which is the one I tend to gravitate towards because it will bracket for us. So if a patient has very little cylinder, it will take larger jumps in the axis refinement, whereas if there's a lot of cylinder, it does smaller jumps. Split cylinder, we talked about when I was showing you the keyboard. That's when you're going to be using your red and green, and the patient will actually see two different images outlined by red and green, and they would just tell you which one looks sharper. So I'm going to go with smart cylinder. Looking at the dots out there, which choice looks clearer? Choice 1, 2, or equal?
2.
So you could press 2, or because it's highlighted, you could just press the blue button. That was basically looking or fishing for an axis. We know we're at the 90. Now, instead of refining the axis right now, I actually will turn it and press equal to see if she's going to kick that out, so that I don't spend time refining the axis if she's going to end up kicking it out. So better 3, better 4. Again, here's 3 or 4.
4.
Good. So she ended up kicking out the cylinder. That way I didn't have to spend any time refining the axis, just a quick shortcut. And then after cylinder testing, again, I'm going to go back and refine our sphere, sharper 1 or sharper 2.
2.
Good. Now that we're done with the right eye, I'm going to press left. It automatically will go back to my 20/40 line. And can you read that line?
KDNRO.
Perfect. And sharper with 1, with 2,
2.
3, or 4.
4.
Good. Again, we're going to press cross cylinder. I'm going to go with smart cyl. Are the dots sharper with choice 1, choice 2?
2.
Good. And I'm going to just refine the axis just to do it a little different than I did for the right eye. Here's 1, 2, or equal.
2.
And here's 3 or 4.
3.
She's already reversed, so here's 5. That's 6.
5.
Good. And then equal that out. And better 1 or 2.
2.
Good. So she ended up kicking out the cylinder. So then we press save. And then to take the acuity, we could just press the down arrow here. And can you read those for me?
SZRDN.
Good. And here?
NCKHD.
And how about this one?
CHCSR.
Perfect. So the patient read the 20/20 line. Now we're going to save her best corrected visual acuity. And what you do is just press the 20. And as you can see here, it will populate there. And then when I press out, it's going to actually go into the EMR as well. Now, as I forgot to take her acuity for the right eye, that's an easy fix. Just switch over to the right eye. And can you read that line for me?
DVONC.
Good. And then again, what I'm going to do is just press the 20, and that's going to populate here and ship off to EMR when I'm all set with the refraction.